Yeah, because I wondered how many solar panels they're gonna.
The bigger problem is they don't put ice melt down.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Yeah, the city is notorious for not putting ice
So
melt.
it may not be any worse than it usually is.
Oh, no, you should see this place when it's...
Their parking lot has always been a skating rink. The city's got a parking lot.
Stranger.
Hi.
Oh, this is
Our parking lot has been.
Hi. Welcome.
We took really, when we owned the place, we always put the salt down before the weather came.
Telling me I should take this job.
And
It's so rude.
I'm going to be displaying something right behind you. You can stay there, but you'll have to turn around to look.
Why don't you move over there?
Yeah, come and say bye.
Because I like to be at the head.
No,
you can sit over there.
Oh, yeah, you can sit at the head.
No. Carl, you don't want to share the head with Carl and Carl?
I'll share with Carl.
Carl.
It's gonna get
Maybe I should get out. I'm back there.
Okay,
Carl said it's getting late, so I can start the meeting.
Have my seat.
I can't win.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said that.
She can right in front of the screen. We can scoot down. We can
The screen can be moved also.
I think the next time we get one of these, we should mount it on the wall.
Thank you very much.
Emily, Ron.
Some kind of load.
Yeah, it's a whiteboard. Or we take out the whiteboard.
I love seeing her face on a billboard. I'm like, I know her.
Yeah, that
I'm
is.
getting it in the mail.
In the mail, and on the Facebook
Yes, I
ads,
got it in
and-
mail too.
She's on that billboard, you know.
It's been years, man!
And I said, that's the first thing. Yeah, of course. I'm there. I had to get my cars in the shop last week, and they're like, oh, we don't have your payment yet, so drive the car and make sure it's okay, and then, call us back. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm probably gonna forget about that, because I'm kind of busy right now, but you call me, and if you forget about me, I'm right above you every day, because it's like right there. They lo and behold did call me, and I will be going as far as for my payment.
Oh, man.
Oh, you guys gonna do Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, we're waiting for it.
Maybe you should.
Like you decorate your house?
Yeah, they're just fast though, didn't
You did!
The day after.
They were like, I said, he was like, Mommy Witch! Where's Mommy Witch? We're like, well, they took it down. Like, it's the house, like two houses down with a giant witch. Like,
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, is it all this jelly beans?
Actually, Kate just said it was a nice day. I was like, but yeah, we're sure after Thanksgiving.
Physically.
It's really brightening up the neighborhood.
Finally remembered.
We always have to drive past Frosty because it's like,
This would be going on the car.
he's on Blanco.
We went to a doctor's appointment this morning, and as I was looking for a place to park, it was over. And like all the stickers on the back are like, I love my life. Science over everything. And like all these things that I was like, well, I know her working right next to her. And she was getting, no, she came back to her car as it was getting out.
Yeah, this is my first hit.
I was like, I told her I don't have stickers. I saw her and I was like, well, I'm part of the Trustees. I just, she was like, no.
It's from his brother's wedding.
They still passed them out. They had so many.
Oh, yeah. I have a mini 20 ray gun t-shirt.
There you go.
I see
That's a great idea for a daddy gift. I have one from them. It's filthy liberal.
Normally about 50.
I got my daughter because she's very patient.
See, I did bring my
She's scientific back in 2045 and everything and goes, I would like to be able. She's like, she's gonna wear that for you.
Yeah,
Do you think it's gray or
They're so
no.
awesome. Like,
I don't think that they.
Here's what it is.
Yeah, we just went to the store and I will.
It's a,
Of course, didn't pick it up,
if we can check off the boxes, we get the grant. But
I felt that was flooding in Ohio, and all my friends were climbing, they're like, is it flooding in your house? And I was like, I live in a different valve state. We call them the valve states when I was growing up. I was like, not that valve. Different valve. And they were like, I was like, I'm 2 states over. I think I'm okay. I'm sure your house isn't flooding? I'm like, it's Ohio. I'm like, I'm in Illinois. There's a whole state between us, Indiana. Have you heard of it?
Oh, is this somebody from Europe or something like that?
No, from the East Coast.
Oh.
Oh, are you
Oh,
not?
I think
This
less
is so
for-
busy.
No. Most people
This
from
is-
New York just, they don't know.
This is too much.
My husband used to
And I
Have you seen the t-shirts?
work for a company
There's
that
like a
became
novel
their
on the
have a
back.
t-shirt.
I do
One
too.
day he
And
got a
I
call
like it.
I
from
did that. I
and
think
said,
it's
oh,
It
we
looks
have
good,
emergency out
it fits
Danforth,
well.
can you
It's
drive
very
out there
well,
real
yeah.
quick?
It's basically a short story on that.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of like people's perception.
And they're like, no. And I was like,
Yeah,
but
maybe.
it would also be a little less confusing
Well,
for
everywhere I go,
like
they're
customer,
like,
for your
oh,
customer.
you're in Chicago?
Oh, yeah,
Not even close.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even
Well,
close.
you're
They say,
so
oh,
close to us.
That's
You
dope.
say people
it's
from
not very
Illinois.
close.
Oh, Chicago, well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing like people from New York, like they say, I'm from New York, people are like, oh, New York City.
Wait, take that in a chocolate
Oh,
note.
Yeah, okay.
say, favorite place or, you know.
Ms. Vicky, we got-
Okay, yes, oh, sorry, I didn't realize, no, we're gonna start.
Oh.
I am gonna call the meeting to order. Carl will be here shortly. Does anybody want to make a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Paula, so moved.
That's Samantha, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All in favor wins. Consent agenda is passed. How about public comments? We do not have anybody from the public here. How about written communication from the public?
No. I take that back, I did get a FOIA.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I got another FOIA.
Oh!
Oh, no, was that FOIA? I guess I did
I was
get
gonna
last.
say,
I guess I did
it
get last.
seems
Like
like
lots
last
of
year.
FOIAs, right?
It's times.
It was after the PPR then.
Yeah, so we got a FOIA. It was about stuff on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
So
It's not
they
easy.
wanted to know all, they wanted to know, you know, how we decided to rent to who, and like, we're not
You
renting.
said, go talk to
I
them.
said to talk to the city. And I did talk to the guy on the phone, and he said he's FOIA'd the city too, he just didn't know, so he FOIA'd us both. So, saying, don't have what you're looking for, and that was the end of it.
That's kind of a logical
Wow. That's the
thought
best
pattern.
place ever.
No, it's
Exactly.
easy peasy.
part of us, yeah.
Okay, division head reports. Becky, you want to start?
Sure, so we're gonna do a little bit of a halvesy here. I'm gonna do, we had a big program, 2 weeks, last weekend.
Which was actually November,
Yeah.
So,
but it's fine.
Oh,
You should still talk about it.
yeah, because I think I already
we
talked
didn't
about
talk
life history.
about October though.
Yeah, I thought we did talk about life. No, was I not there?
No.
Oh, all right, so life history.
Yeah, life history on that.
Okay, you do Aaron Reynolds.
You don't get either.
Yeah, so life history, we had 168 people, or 63 people that did it, 88 of which were done on Saturday alone. It was hopping the whole time.
It was really fun.
It was, yeah, you guys came and did
We
it.
did.
You didn't do it, right?
No, I did not feel good.
I'm sorry. Well, you missed out on a great time. Working with this company was well worth the money, absolutely well worth the money. They were fantastic. Just because I don't know who you are and you're new, hi, I'm Becky. We didn't do introductions. Have you been walked around?
A couple of times.
Okay, so Live History was here in October. They are a troupe out of Canada, though they have the version that we got was their United States version because we're not getting anything out of Canada right now. They come and they make a scavenger hunt or escape room-like experience set to your history story, whatever story you want to tell. So we gave them a bunch of information about the history of the library, and they had there are 4 actors, all in different characters. One of which, or 3 of which were former directors. No, 2 of which were former directors. One was the head of adults back in the 70s.
These are the characters. not
Characters,
the
not
actors.
the actor. And then the other character was a woman who was part of the founding of the library itself. So, and they would just go around and people would have to fill out this questionnaire and answer questions based solely on history. And they didn't win anything other than they got to send the people back to their time. But still, people loved it. Everybody I talked to said they had a great time. So, I wish there was a few more people, but the woman who was in charge of all of it, Jade, was basically standing at the door greeting people.
She was.
And basically going, do you want to go on an adventure? And we got a bunch of people who were not actually signed up to do this.
She's like, welcome to the library.
She was, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so that was an awesome experience. And they would love to come back here, and if we work with one of the other smaller historical organizations in town, the rate is a little bit cheaper.
So before we go on, I forgot to do an introduction around the table. So do you want to start, Becky, and just introduce yourself, and we'll just go around the table?
Sure. I'm Becky Dams. I am the head of Archives and Special Collections.
And I'm Alyssa Hinkle, head of Programs, Resources, and Services.
Our city librarian.
Ron Patton, the executive administrative assistant.
Ashley Petty. I'm
Trustee.
Jerry. Trustee, yeah.
Sophia Smallis, I'm VP of the board and head of the property and finance committee, which feel free to take over if you want.
You tried that with me, Sophie.
That's why you wanted to take it.
Peggy Beatty, trustee.
Yeah. All across, we met at the finance committee.
Which he's going to be in charge of.
Are you now known as Primrose, Peggy?
You want to play Yanko? Yes, I love it. I wish that's all I had to do. I almost was nobody's baby today. Yeah.
Crashing your people.
We kind of know each other a while ago. I'm the chair of the PPPR committee, which is a personnel, diversity policy, and public relations.
We don't use personal relations. That's a little.
I'll have one. I'm on the finance committee, but I don't know if you want to see. As you know, your brother gave me this stupid job. There you go.
All right, before you sit down, introduce yourself.
I'm Kaylee Ledbetter.
We're doing introductions.
That's Jordan.
Oh yeah, Jordan.
Oh yeah, Jordan, introduce yourself.
I'm Jordan Martin. I don't know what.
You're trustee.
I'm
Let's
trustee.
see.
It's a full board celebration.
Yeah, full board.
Whole table.
Okay, so it's your turn.
My turn. Well, since you took October, and I'm going to take November because October is a blur, the kids focused one of 2 programs for the 150th was having the author Aaron Reynolds come to town. And he actually did 5 presentations and 2 book signings over the course of 2 days. So on Friday, he was at Bauman Elementary, then Danbury, and then MAP. And I got to attend the one at MAP, which was the best because he actually got to do the entire presentation, and he was energetic and compelling, and he got the kids all ramped up and excited. He even had the adults
My
going
daughter came
crazy.
home and she was like, "Did you know he didn't like to read when he was a little kid?" And I was like, "I did not know that."
He knew their language, and he threw some stuff out there, and it was just really a lot of fun. And then on Saturday morning, he came here, and he did a 9:30 that was attended by 256 people. Then he did a book signing, which the line was so long that it went around the outside of the stairwell, all the way down the 500s into the front, and Becky and Alex had to cut it off. Twice? You cut it off twice?
We had to cut it twice, yeah.
So, because he had another presentation to give at 11:15, 11:30, but he promised that he would stay until every book was signed. So when he came back up, as Mr. John said, he was here till midnight. And so he signed books and signed books, multiple books, and he agreed to sign books that would be sold at Novel Ideas. He agreed to sign book plates to go into books that wouldn't be released until February, possibly May. He was just a very generous person, and I have one story I will share because I was a part of it. In the second showing, which was attended by 162, 63 people, which was perfect because it wasn't standing room only and it wasn't quite so packed. There was a boy who was turning in books, and Kim from Novel Ideas came over and said, "That little boy over there in the blue jacket, he has something he wants to give to Aaron Reynolds. Do you think you can make that happen?" And I said, "Come with me." And we walked in, and I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Reynolds, he has something to give you." And he stopped what he was doing, put down the microphone, sat down, got right on level with him, and the boy had the characters from the 3 books made out of foam clay. And so he asked about them and what it was made of, and which one he liked best and everything. And then he's like, "Do you have your grown-up here? She can take our picture." And he said, "Yes." And so he turned around and looked at his mom, and while she got the camera out, he grabbed his little brother and pulled his little brother into the picture. We had this lovely picture of all of them together. I cannot say, it's unusual to see somebody who is just so connected. I heard a teacher at MAPS say he had this ability to connect with individual kids, and he just had this manner that it was amazing. I think that Amanda did a great job at suggesting bringing him here, and I think everybody is very happy. And in the schools, there were over 1,000 people in attendance. There were 1,001
Did you
students.
say how many were at the second presentation?
162.
And Kim at Novel Ideas was super happy. She said there are a lot of books.
And we had security in the parking lot the entire time.
Yep.
My son saw them and he's like, he's 3, so he's excited.
So that's what comes of the relationship we built by having off-duty officers here, because nobody volunteered because we put out a call saying if anybody wanted to get paid by the library to be here. Nobody wanted it, so Sergeant Tertoka told one of his cars, sit in the library parking lot. And they sat there all morning. So.
And they, some of their regulars, they couldn't even look. So even before they walked in the library, they didn't want their best behavior.
My daughter got in the first show, I wasn't even with her, she was with another friend, and she got picked to go up and ask a question. So she asked him what his favorite candy was. and he said, Reese's peanut butter cups. And
Good choice.
Yeah, so he said that the big cups, although that's not the best choice.
I like the dark chocolate one time from
My
Trader Joe's,
my nephew's icebreaker used to be, "What's your favorite color?" Tank.
Definitely. I keep them in my fridge. They're so good.
It was great.
It's fine, there are good choices I come up with, so
I
that's
know,
up to
right?
you guys. Not near as natural, that's what I'd say.
Okay, and Katie and I had done the tree trail at Rock Springs, she had made it themed around his books, so we had the creepy carrot and the creepy underwear, and man, those kids were into
She was dressed as the creepy character.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
During
She did.
during the show
a
too.
That's a great point.
Great time.
That's a great point, because this is a team effort. You don't get, 400 kids here, I'm not doing all shit, but 400 people here just by, if we go, they will come. It was outreach and marketing also.
Oh, yeah, because there were a lot coming through that while they were there, she was like, "Did you know he's coming to the library?" And the parents would be like, "Oh, let me take this flyer. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, take that flyer."
We found out we gave 1,500 flyers in the 3 preceding events that were all outreach. It's a lot.
I didn't know anything about his books, but those kids convinced
Oh,
me
they're so
that
good.
they're excellent.
You should go. Just pick them up. They're
There
glorious.
are adult books too. There's one called, what is it, Rick?
It wasn't him, it's a different.
It's a different?
Turk Dove's not him.
No, I thought it was him, but I
It's a
think
book
he
called
does.
Effin' Birds. It was not a guy.
Oh.
It's a field guide to birds called Effin' Birds. Literally Effin', E-F-F-I-N, birds.
I've seen
I'm
that,
very
my daughter has that.
But it's not, that's not him.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
That's
unfortunate.
what it's
I
over
was
here.
gonna fill you in. I just passed them up. It's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah. I mean, Sophia's.
Okay. She's
She's doing finance over there, I don't know what's going on.
So,
Exactly.
we we got a lot to cover, so I'm going to hit this fairly quickly. On the 7th, Mayor Moore Wolf and I met with Jordan Martin to interview him for the trustee position. There's Mr. Coleman. And he passed the interview. So he's good. I already met with Jordan and knew he was great. So Rhonda joined the team on October 27th. There's another round of applause.
Rick's savior.
Yeah, shout out to Betty Jo, because she really had her hands full for a couple of months, handling a couple of jobs. So, and on the 7th, as we've talked about before, Baker and Taylor went out of business. They've been our book supplier for 65 years. So, yeah, it's that was really something. But we got moving with Ingram pretty quickly, and the books are coming in now. So rather than look at this spreadsheet that will make us all busy, I'm gonna scroll down to the charts real quickly. So this is circulation by audience for the month of October compared to last October. That's a pretty good jump. September, which you guys didn't see because we had a very early meeting in October, was a 15% increase over last September. So the change for 2024, the first month in many months the teen cert went down. Everything else went up, and quite a bit in some cases. That's adult materials. Total number of materials went up 8.6 or about 9%. So what's our 12-month trend? It's not as gaudy, but it's still it's pointing in the right direction. It's beginning to look better every month. The percentage change on that is teen cert, the last 12 months compared to the 12 months before that, up 14%. Overall, this is batteries or something, it's too far away. Overall, we're at a 2% increase in the 12-month trend, which is a lot better than we were just a few months ago. So what are we projecting? What I'm projecting is that everything's going to go up at least a little bit. 4% for adult, 9% for teen, just a little bit for children's, and 3% overall from this in 2025 over 2024. We look at it by material type. Books went up.
Yay.
Hey, most other physical materials went down. But electronic materials went way up. So that was a pretty good month for everything except, well, excuse me. It was a good month for books and electronic circulating items. But, and actually magazines went up a little bit too. But audio went down. Audio has been climbing, oddly. But it went down, and DVDs went down too. You can see that illustrated here. We saw a 19% decline in audio. Very small decline in video. Everything else looks pretty good. The 12-month trend, basically, yeah. So we're seeing videos down about 7%. Audio's basically unchanged. And magazines are down because they're just not being published.
I was gonna say, it's hard to get
We're getting notifications every month that such and such is no longer going to be published, or they're going to quarterly or whatever, so there are fewer magazines to circulate. But electronic circulating materials, 15% increase. So that is definitely a trend. It's not a blip. And what we're projecting is audio is going to be up 3%. very, very slightly, right about 1%, and electronic materials up 17%. I do want to say, when I give these electronic numbers, these are circulating electronic materials. What's the difference? So a database, if you access something, it's yours. You print it off and you have it. That's not counted in this. This is hoopla and canopy. So it's things that you have for a period of time and then you don't have it. Interlibrary loan, we have been seeing some interesting trends in this because forever we were sending more books than we were receiving, and for a few months this year it went the other direction, but we're back to normal. Other stats. So security, look at that. Look at the number of visitors.
Wow.
15,680. That's through the security gate. So that's into, no, I think I must have that backwards. That's got to be lobby, and that is the other one's got to be, because we can't have more people coming through the security gate. So I got that flipped, I'm sorry. But still, those are big increases. I mean, you know, and you guys may remember about 8 months ago or so, we were seeing more people coming through the door, but fewer items being checked out. So it's hard to square that circle, but now it's making sense. Total program attendance, much bigger than last year.
Oh, wow, we've had some great programs this year.
Yeah, so if you look at the spreadsheet of numbers, you'll see some things. I was projecting us to exceed 1 million uses. Remember, I said that's including databases. Here's what happened. We saw a really big, and so far we're not 100% sure, explaining decline in our homegrown database of local history photos, but also in Novelist. But it wasn't that it was A to Z databases. And it wasn't that it was bad numbers for A to Z databases, it's that the numbers were crazy high last October. Where we're usually 15 to 20,000 uses in a month, it was 95,000 uses last October. And that was baked into my projection. Okay? So I was saying, we're going to go over a million uses. Well,
Maybe it's an Omega usage or something
yes.
like from another database.
Yeah, we may amend those numbers, those Omega numbers for October because
We're working on it, yeah.
because we think there's a glitch in Google Analytics. But pretty good month, and it's several in a row now. So
I like it. I know that this is last month when we were asking did we see a jump in new registrations from the September? Was it September New Card Month or something?
I don't think so, but I'll have to double check that.
I feel like you would have highlighted it if it was.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have these numbers last September. I've got them in my spreadsheet, but I didn't make up charts or anything because I didn't have them in time for the board meeting because we moved the board meeting to real early.
So that's why we didn't talk about it last
Right.
time.
But we had a huge uptick in CERT. I mean, the CERT was up 15% in September
Okay.
over last
So I
September.
was like, was it here?
But-
She's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah, so we had it in
I
like
remember
the second
now.
week of the.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like the 8th.
Yes.
It was like September 8th.
Yeah, we like went boom, boom, boom. All the meetings.
Yeah, I feel like I was sick last week. I feel like I haven't been here in a million years. So
We're back,
were early
baby.
last month, and then I was sick. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We're glad you're here. And I'm finally gonna pay the bill. Because you guys were sending it to the city, not to us.
It's fine.
So,
For the dumpster.
Whoopsie.
Carl, you want to take over?
sure. Check register.
No.
We're So we went through the bylaws. We did not end up sending them to the full board for approval. We're gonna do another pass at it. We did remove them, like the whole thing. It wasn't like the management staff where it was half and half and then full. So, I don't know, because I'm not gonna be at the next meeting, but, we should be able to, have something, ideally, in the month of December for that.
I hope I'll have my revisions to you guys next week.
We went over the standards for Illinois public libraries. Did you want to go through that?
Yeah, so this is in order for us to get our per capita grant every year, and that's our grant that is currently at $1.47.8 cents per head. So that's from 70,522. That was the 2020 census. We have to review the standards for Illinois public libraries. It was revamped this year. I'm going to go really fast because there's a lot. I'm sorry, this mouse is probably a little bit out of its range. I hope you guys had a chance to look at it.
Did you make those changes?
I did. So, and I'm not sure if we go into any serious detail on this, guys, we will be here till about 6 o'clock. So I am gonna go really fast. So these are not mandates, these are guidelines. These are planning tools. The idea is also that they can be tools for when you're trying to get more money from your funding bodies, and say, hey, we haven't met this standard and we need it. So anyway, the first is access. We meet all the core standards, and we meet almost all of the intermediate, and almost all of the advanced standards of this. So we're in really good shape, and this is about access, access to spaces, access to for websites and that sort of thing.
I did have one question about that.
Absolutely.
The only thing I kind of highlighted is about the multilingual community signage is provided. Do we have a large enough non-English speaking population in Decatur, Spanish?
We're doing some, like some of our handouts and stuff, we are translating into Spanish.
Oh, okay.
We do have a Spanish speaker on staff, but no signage at this point.
Yeah. Oh,
And
okay.
it's
I didn't know if that was
it's
something.
definitely, I mean, it's something to think about, keeping in mind that signage is a down the road project because it's
Pricey.
pretty expensive.
Yeah.
When you get down to it. But yeah, it's I think definitely worth at least considering Spanish.
Yeah.
So advocacy and community engagement. This is something that
Very large.
Burn. So I've got some stuff to get to you guys, and I think this whole thing says city librarian will distribute training materials to staff. So I will be getting that to you in the coming months for training in advocacy skills. We belong to something called United for Libraries that can help with that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's available. I've been remiss in getting that to you guys. That should have been checked too, because you guys know there's at least, yeah, you guys certainly know.
I kind of wondered what that was.
You guys certainly know your local. You know,
I don't know about federals.
you know some of your state. Carl's worked for them, and Congresswoman Budinski's been here on, you know, a handful of occasions, and we actually used to work with Senator Durbin on a project that, only 2 years in a row. He had a poem a day in April. He was always excited to read a poem for us. So we met all those. Where we have work to do is just getting you guys the tools and staff the tools you need to be better advocates, and that's on me to get those materials to you. Building and grounds. This one gets a little weird because we're not in charge. We're not in charge of a lot of this stuff. But I answered it the best I could. I don't know that, you know, we can even do a capital improvement plan, given the fact that we don't own the place, but that's done. Because these are.
That was my question on some of these. I was like, I
And the other
think
thing
they should
is,
be
and
clicked.
the other thing
but-
is, you don't have to save it. It's because I tested it, closed it out on my copy, and didn't hit save, and it's still there. So I'm not sure why this is not displaying properly.
There's some things that were checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about this, and the city has a kind of a protocol, and we have a protocol for the electronic access cards, but we're working on,
Getting new ones.
yeah, we're working on getting new ones. We're also working on this, and when we get to the technology part, I can talk more about this, because it's something that we've definitely fallen down on.
Passphrase.
Yes, we have not required, I haven't had the same email password since I walked in the door, so.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
I'm kind of jealous if I'm being honest.
I like it too, but,
Might be time to switch it up.
yeah, I'm sorry about the way this is displaying.
They just
because
really want
I
people to know
promise
they
you-
want to see like.
I promise you, this is not displaying
I
this
know.
way on my copy.
That one's
Anyway, collection management, this is one I think we do a very good job on. Yeah, and we've done this too. We agree to make our materials. So, and I filled out the grant application, and I've checked core standards for, you know, I haven't sent it yet, but this one is easy peasy. We definitely have all of this stuff. You know, we might not always have an expert in subject matter, but we do our best on that. Finance and budget action plan. I think here's where we've been talking about this for a while, and I'm going to start bringing some policies, not to the policy committee, but to the finance committee at the beginning of the year. And we don't have any financial policies. You guys don't review and approve the annual audit because it's a part of the CAFR, the city's annual financial report. We're including the city audit, and you could review the CAFR. It's about 400 pages. You could probably sift out the library parts of it, but.
Control F.
And we've never gotten any feedback from the auditor ever in the 12 years I've been here. So they've never said, you need to change this, or you need to do this. That has never happened. And that seems weird to me, but, yeah. We don't have a long-term financial plan. This is the only core standard, I believe, that we haven't met. And here's
We were
why.
talking about doing that.
I'm not sure how you do it when you don't know from year to year what your revenue is going to be. So, I mean, we could would love to, but it's not going to be, I don't know
Well,
how
we
useful.
talked about,
I don't know how useful.
how
They're
to
not very
figure out how we're gonna get some more money.
Yes.
We're running low, so, I mean, to me, that's a long-term financial plan.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, to a degree. I mean, maybe we can make that.
Yeah,
You should probably have one like
All right.
before you did
So
the,
the
before you
chair-
did the budget
chair of the
for
committee
the,
says that-
for the furniture, like, then you have to think about that long term, I'm sure, you know, save
We
some
did,
money.
we saved money for that.
Yeah, that was long term.
That's true, that's true.
You're probably doing it, you just don't know.
We got so many
Okay.
seats
Officially.
to the seat anywhere.
So governments and administration, you guys do all of this, I think. I don't know how much, I know that you guys represent the needs, interests, and aspirations of the community. If ever a group do. Do you solicit input on library activities from the community? I think,
Formally, no.
I feel like we do
Yeah.
that every
Informal.
5 years when we're doing
We
that.
do our survey.
okay.
We do that.
I'm in, and we're gonna be doing a survey pretty soon about website, just so you know how people use our website.
Also, isn't that?
Sure is. So you guys do all that stuff. You certainly advocate with local stakeholders.
That was the only one that we talked about that we were like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Cause like,
state and federal.
it's hard to even get a hold of them.
Not sure how much of that we've done, but I know that it's something that's on our radar to do.
I was like, we don't support you, Rick?
That's
That's the problem. We should talk about that.
Next time.
He's flipping burgers at the Crackles.
That's right.
This is so best that job title, Rick Meyer. I'm totally gonna make that my job title, Rick Meyer.
Your job is to be you.
The
I like
retire of. Human resources, also kind of weird, because, we don't have an HR, but we do all the HR stuff in-house for the most part. We do this with an outside firm, the benchmarking study.
Those were unchecked and they're checked, so at least some things are safe.
Succession plan is something that we're working on, but we've got a good start on. Information services. We don't do this.
The job title is, while we have done all of this, we could probably need to do more.
I like that job title.
That's what I'm aiming for.
What's coming?
I'm Rick Myers, you Rick Myers.
So, marketing and promotion, again, this isn't in every, I guarantee you this isn't in every single one. So, I have no idea what's going on with this. We don't directly allocate funds we don't have a budget line for marketing and promotion, so even though we do pay for it, so I don't know whether to count that one or not, because we've got these. We've got the intermediate and the advanced, but we don't have a separate budget line for marketing and promotion.
What do you do with money, so
We do that.
Good enough. We take-
All of it.
have to be that specific.
For programming, this is another one we do pretty darn well on. This one has nothing we didn't check. Safety and emergency preparedness. This is also one that we have to work with the city on, but we've definitely met everything. Some of it needs to be updated, but we've definitely met it. guarantee you guys, I did not type that.
And see, I'm not showing the same check marks that you are. And this.
That's just bizarre. So, yeah, they made a very big deal about rolling this out, and then they pulled it back after they rolled it out, and they rolled it out again, so maybe they didn't work the glitches out. Yeah, and we don't do that. So, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, guys, but, because I know all these were not supposed to be checked. Because that's not, we don't offer makerspace. We do.
If our times are moving around and the notes are moving around, check marks are probably moving around.
So I think the important thing is to know what's in here, and if you guys have any questions about it, so let me know.
Are we supposed to vote on this?
No, I put it as action, that was my fault, that shouldn't be. Look at this, I included it, it's showing up again. No, it's coming.
It's on the counter.
I'm prone to error, but I'm not gonna type the same phrase in every box, guaranteed.
Alright.
But if anybody has any questions on any of those and what they mean, I'm happy to respond. I apologize for the comedy of errors there.
Oh, I thought it looked wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like we're.
They did a nice job revamping this. As most of you will remember the
Yeah.
Blue Book, and I thought they did a lot better job. This is much more usable, I think, except I think there's some tech glitches that I'm going to see if anybody else is having the same issues. But I think the content is much better than the content of serving our public for.
We didn't have any other placements, as far as I remember.
Move on to finance and properties.
Capital needs, we discussed the roof.
I haven't had an update in a while, but
Is that the checklist or the?
it's just the punch list.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Basically still working on the punch list.
Okay.
And then parking lots getting EV stations.
We're getting EV
We don't really
stations.
know what's
I didn't know
100%
that
going on.
until the day after they started it.
Well, did you get a choice on the parking spots?
No,
Cause honey, why are they taking the front when they, wait, cause
They
they're taking the front, or they taking the middle,
They're taking the front.
and they need to be in the back.
I
I
think
mean,
that's
that's
had that
what most
discussion.
places have them, is in like the back.
Exactly,
Or
in
like
the
off
back,
to the
like,
side.
I think everybody's in agreement. But no one at the city has spoken to me about this at all. When I called Mike Pritchett, the city's facilities manager, the day after the finance meeting, and I said, well, what's the trailer and all the cones out here? And he said,
You literally didn't know.
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
I'll find out.
Cool.
And he's like, oh, I'm coming to your parking lot. He's like, well, it's Bodine. I'm gonna call Bodine.
You called
What
both
is
guys to
this?
figure out what they were doing? Oh my god.
Did he find out who was in charge of it?
What do you mean in charge?
Like,
From the,
set it in
from the
motion?
city side?
who's this coming from?
This was the city's facilities manager. He said, I'll call Bodine. So they called me back and said, well, I guess you're getting EV charging stations.
Like, who told Bodine to do this?
That's
That's what I wanna
that's-
know. Who from like the Decatur, who's paying Bodine?
I have no idea. But
I mean, they announced it in the Herald Review, a month ago or something like that. They were
Yeah,
gonna
I
put the
saw
charging
it
stations
somewhere, and I
several
was
places.
like,
And they're
that's
probably
so
getting
weird, we
some
haven't
kind
discussed
of
this.
funding for it.
But now we know why.
Yeah.
You were in the dark, you didn't know first.
Also,
Yeah.
very
Showed
glad
up
they-
and was like,
glad they didn't
take
start
them
last
apart.
week and take up all those parking spots for airplanes.
In the front.
Well, they did.
They did.
They did.
yeah.
That's what I said. I told Mike, I said, I can't have those parking spots. On Saturday morning, those parking spots spots need to be available. And they moved everything except for the two big
The big
salt
trucks.
trucks. They left those there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping those salt trucks are on.
Because I parked in those spots, that's the reason why.
Yeah, I'm hoping, again, you know, this is gonna be a theme, because you're gonna hear some more, but the communication from the city has gotten
It's lacking.
pretty, you know, this wouldn't have happened a year ago. I guarantee you, Deputy City Manager Kinseth would have called me and asked if it was okay. And that's who he was. And he was, can we put our trucks here tonight, or whatever.
Well, as Rick pointed out, if you're renting a house from somebody, they are not allowed to park their truck if you're parking your driveway.
So, I don't know, but there will be more about that in a minute.
Let me know, I can move some, I can come back with like a hoodie and move the to the back. Because why are you taking the good parking spots in the front?
that's nuts.
Okay.
They've obviously never seen an EV station
Honey,
anywhere.
Right,
no
they're
one parks in
always
the
in
front.
the
Leave
back.
town.
Yeah.
We're just gonna park there anyway. People are just gonna park there anyway.
That's the funny
Yeah.
part.
Well, unless they have to make it
Unless they can
enforceable.
make a ticket.
Yes, and Tanisha will take what you have with.
Sure. Okay.
And I mean happily, tell her big smile on her face.
I have to go in 3 minutes.
Oh,
So
okay.
I want
Oh,
to go on
that's
to the check
okay.
register. We as a committee voted to accept the check register. And I don't know if anybody has any questions on it, otherwise we are willing to take a vote to accept the check register. It's pretty standard.
My motion. Emily?
Okay, so we'll start with you, Carl.
Aye.
Ashley?
Aye.
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 Okay, the ayes have it. It is so moved, and Carl, I am gonna head out, and Rick, go for it.
Well, absolutely, we'll move down into the action projections.
So before, if I may, before I talk about the actuals, I want to talk about some city council action on Monday night. So they voted for a flat levy, for their entire levy to be flat, and I went back to say, well, how does that affect us? Again, communication. How does that affect us? So I went back into the Munis, which is our financial software, and I checked our levy for our what is our budget now for property tax for next year, and it's cut by $32,000.
What?
So, yeah, and which is, you know, not huge in a $4 million budget,
But we were already low.
yeah. Now it's still more than this year's, but it's
So what percentage of was that?
percentage increase from this year, or what percentage are we talking? It's about a 2% increase from this year's levy. Yeah, and that's about roughly a 0.5 percentage point cut.
I don't even want that.
So, that's just an FYI. So we'll have to, I guess, maybe vote to amend the budget next month. Here's the deal. So, at the end of October, 83% of the year passed. You can see that we collected 96% of property taxes, but only 81% of all of our other revenue. And the important thing to remember here is that by the end of October, we've usually collected 95% of our replacement tax, and we have currently collected only 65% of what was budgeted. So when we get into the projection, we'll talk about what that means. Payroll is pretty much right on track, and I told you guys that would start to even out. It's been looking like it's high, but that's because we've had our 2 paycheck months. We have 3 paycheck months a year. We've had those, so that we're in good shape there. There's nothing else that gives me pause. Here's what could happen on materials line, it could be that we're not able to spend all that because what happened? Our boat supplier went out of business. And so, go ahead.
I'm not worried, because Hoopla is,
I mean, there is
I think they're gonna cancel each other out, and that's what I'm counting on.
Cash position, for in the operating fund, $1,864,832.54. In the capital fund, $22,539.76. Cantoni, which is books only, $5,931.92. Meyer, which is for local history only, $32,251.19. Memorials and donations, $13,700. And total cash position of $1,939,084.75 as of November 1. Oh, goodness, is my projection in here?
Nope.
Made it in here. Did it get into the packet?
Nope.
Well,
Food.
so we're projecting about $170,000 deficit for this budget year. And that is, we're good on the spending side for both operating costs and personnel. We'll come in under budget on both of those funds, but it's revenue that is killing us. We're going to come in about $212,000, I think, short on the PPRT. So that's the one that's really killing us, and I think we're going to come in about $30,000 short on property tax. I think I finally got one thing resolved with Mr. Zutera, and we should have our credit card system up and going again very soon. I'm going to go on to the next thing, which is, are we going to levy, is our levy going to be enough for us to get what is budgeted?
Did you ask this question to them?
I talked to Tim about it when he was here, and I talked to Ruby about it. So I need to talk to Greg about it. And I wanted to get this credit card thing resolved with him. It seems to be resolved, so that is going to be my next
Are
conversation.
you exhausted? Having the same conversations over and over.
I looked at, by the way, the credit card thing, I started to work on this in February of 2024. And it should have been a couple of weeks to get it up and going. And
It's taking a while.
yeah,
On this episode, how long is Mr. Zinteri's temporary contract?
he signed a 6-month contract, and I want to say he started maybe 3 months ago.
I was thinking February, so. Give or take.
So, that's where we are. It's not pretty, and we're gonna run a deficit budget again next year. I'll get you those amended numbers next month with the 32,000-ish cut in the property tax. I looked all through it, none of the other numbers changed, so that's a good thing, because they have been known to change our other budget numbers after the fact too. And none of the other numbers have changed.
Maybe if we set up like a side hustle with the EVs, we can charge them a little bit more, so when they charge, like a little percentage goes to the library. Especially if they're taking top spots. I think there should be like more charge. I think if we're
So I don't know if there's ever been any timeline given by the city about replacing Mr. Gleason. But I think both Mr. Zenteri and Mr. Gleason are, I think reduction wasn't huge, it was symbolic. I mean, we worked for months to ask
We
them
got
to give us,
promises,
to,
yeah.
to give us more. And again, give us is the wrong word, and they are giving us money, and that still doesn't sit right with me. But we explain, and I think it's true of my understanding of both the city and the library that I think Mr. Coleman said last week a reckoning was coming, and it's either taxes are going to go up or services are going to be cut, and it's not. I don't know that there's a third way.
What about the Venn diagram?
Venn diagram, that's right. Oh, more population, that's it. We can get more people. I haven't heard much talk about this power plant that's coming.
There's a PowerPoint?
Google.
Yeah,
Oh.
Curious about
Yeah.
that.
it was estimated 4 or 5 years ago as a $500 million construction project. Has anybody heard anything about it since it got approved? But I mean, that could be a game changer, but certainly nobody in any of our discussions with council members said, don't worry, there's a power plant coming. You're
Don't
gonna
worry.
get-" Because that's why Warner Vespasian Library in Clinton is, is awesome because of the power plant.
What was it? A Racino?
Oh, that's approved too? Let's get some taxes from the Racino.
And the baseball team?
And the baseball team.
What's a Racino?
It's like you go bet on horse racing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Racetrack,
yeah.
casino, racetrack, casino.
We're gambling, duh.
Yeah, it's expropriated.
I'm sure on locally.
I'm sure.
Is there a laundromat in it?
Washington, baby!
Might as well class it all the way up.
Dang, it is
Mark
getting
Bortles
close
is
to
top
library. Dang, this library is amazing.
We can put the EV spots
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta pick it up.
Offer balance.
Better lose people.
I know. We have to go. There we go. Shots.
We had James Madison on me.
I assume that's
Let all that tax money go out the
projection
window.
discussions. We can do that.
I don't have any more.
All right, we'll move down now to, as long as there's no other business, I assume now we'll move down to foundation, which we did.
there is a report in there.
Which,
Foundation met and
new leadership.
Louis Stewart was elected president.
Her real name's
Louise is her real name.
Yeah. Luigi, yeah.
Yeah, so, and we've begun to work on a couple of things. And this is for something else, but you all can watch it. So she's working on a campaign for this year. That's not the right word.
Annual appeal.
Annual appeal for this year. And we're exploring some options for online giving. Also, they approved paying for the new website. Hooray! So we will get a new website and for the equipment for the soon-to-be gaming room. So that was awesome. And we've begun to work on the website already, but they did approve to pay for all that. So very happy about that. Here's that projection, by the way. It's $159,000 deficit.
Would the online giving be something like what the Raptor Center does with their $2 Tuesdays?
What we're looking at is a couple of vendors that, we're just looking at the technical side of it now. How they present it would be a different story. The one thing that we wanted to make sure to get was something that allowed for you to set up monthly or, some kind of. Yeah. No, it's just, that's the right
I
thing
mean,
also.
any kind of online giving option would be great.
Yeah, And like where it doesn't go into a fund that you can't really access.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But, I mean,
Yeah, so what we're giving now, and that's most of their money is tied up in non-liquid accounts. They've got a fund over at Community Foundation, and they've got $91,000 in there, but they can only access, it's an endowment fund, so they can only access, they can make a request for a certain percentage of that every year. So it's good for the Community Foundation. I'm not so sure it's good for the Decatur Public Library Foundation.
So,
So they really need to just come up with a more liquid.
Yeah.
Right. So we're looking at ways that people can give straight to their bank
Yeah.
account.
That guy can pay some fines.
Yes, we can call him up and say, hey, here's your.
Done
Yeah.
just for you. Yeah.
which I believe is just honestly as simple as contacting UC Bank, because that's who the account is through, and obviously UC more than likely have some form of mechanism for that, but that's a foundational related issue, so. Any more conversation on that? I know we need to keep things moving along. We'll go down, if not, we'll go down to the Friends of the Library meeting.
So they met on the 13th. They are currently working to get a budget together. They do have a new, person, Joan Mogul. She was on the board, back when I was on it, back in the day.
New old person.
New old
Old
person,
new person.
and she's been a volunteer the whole time, so, she's in charge of the finance committee now. They have 6 vacancies, or is that down right? That seems like a lot, but, they're, all of their up for, not election, it's coming to a close for
They have
this
15
year.
seats also.
I was gonna say, they also have way more seats, so.
Yeah, and they talked about having less, but then they also have people that don't show up, so it's, it's kind of a hard thing. They have books between bites next month, which is the first Wednesday, I think, of the month. Tina Zendal, the Flames, is going to talk about 3 different books, I believe. I don't think they told us what yeah.
They're all nonfiction.
Yeah. She said it was going to be good. I'm assuming it will be good. So I did ask for membership forms. So if you have money, cash or check, if you want to give it to me today, I'll take it down there and give it to them, and they'll mail you your membership form. This is for next year. I'd like to have 100% participation, and it's very cheap. So it's $15 for one person or $25 for a family. But it just shows our support of them. They support us, all of our programming, and they've got an amazing bookstore. And so I just want to show them that we
You can
support
get a
them.
coupon for some free.
I know.
You guys, I just found my coupon from this year.
You better run
they're
down
on
there.
your books, yeah.
I said, what is this?
It's free books.
It was very good.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's like a $5 coupon.
it
You can get a
was.
lot of books for $5 down there.
It's true. So, Tony said the bookstore is going to be featured in the Decatur magazine coming up soon, and they are running some Christmas promos right now. They're doing a 12 days of Christmas kind of book for, I think they're kids' books, but they're wrapped, they wrap them, so there's an extra fee for that. And they did have a funding request, but they put it on hold until next year.
Yeah, we actually will true that. So we're gonna just pay for ourselves. It's equipment, so.
That'll be cool then.
Yeah.
That's my friend's report.
Appreciate it. I assume there's no report from Heartland.
I just have been, I'm on an audit, I could be, that's it. Yeah.
Old business. And the bring before the board. Seeing none, we'll go into new business. Anything to bring before the board? All right, well, other than that, we have nothing else on our agenda. Motion to adjourn is in order.
I move we adjourn.
I think that was it.
From that